This shape in plaster, which I've also made in ceramic, is an impression taken from a Renaissance plate representing the Allegory of Temperance. Temperance is one of the 4 cardinal virtues that, together with the other 3 theological virtues, which make 7 all told, represent the ne plus ultra of the image of a perfect Christian man. Mind you, even those who had only the 4 cardinal virtues, temperance, justice, prudence, and fortitude, were still considered human beings accepted in civil social life. Whether you were Muslim, Hebrew, or from any other culture, if you were in possession of the 4 cardinal virtues, you were a socially accepted individual. This plate tells a story with a moral by means of these particularly refined symbols, where the most important of the 4 cardinal virtues is, as you can see, the one in the middle, temperance. But let's take a look at the story around it. Temperance is surrounded by the 4 elements. Clockwise, starting from the top, the first image we find is the one of fire, ignis in Latin, that's represented by Mars, the god of war, his contemporary weapons of fire underlining its importance. In his left hand he holds Jupiter's lightning, and fire really couldn't be represented in a better way than with lightning, which can set fire to anything from out of the blue. And in his right hand he holds a sword that was forged in the fire of the volcano, the smithy that's shown here on this side. Also in this scene there's a salamander. According to the beliefs of the old world, the salamander was the only animal that would not burn even when exposed to fire. So the fire's mission is to help us understand the direction we should follow in reading the plate of temperance. And here is air. Air is represented by a male figure flying in the atmosphere, Mercury, the psychopomp who leads souls to the afterlife and brings messages from the gods. Next is water, embodied, unlike the first 2 male figures, by a woman, a female allegory of a woman sitting at the mouth of a river where the river is represented by the vase feeding water, just as this allegory has always been shown in the past. Behind her is a thicket of bulrushes. She holds a ship's helm in her left hand, and at her feet lies a dolphin, an animal known to approach humans, which is a symbol of trust. The last allegory is another female figure, the earth. The woman is holding a bunch of flowers in her right hand, and in her left hand she has a basket of fruit. She is sitting on top of a harvested crop, symbolizing the earth. She looks over the fields across from her and the forest with animals being hunted by armed men. In this period, the end of the 1500s, firearms had already been invented. She has a squirrel and a lizard in front of her. The squirrel is an ancient symbol of foresight, and it also stands for prudence. Then, as now, we knew that squirrels work in summer when the earth bears fruit to collect food for the winter when the earth is unproductive. And that's why the squirrel is a symbol of prudence, foresight, and thrift. The small lizard is there to represent a cold-blooded animal that needs to take the warmth from the sun and stands on the surface of the earth, Mother Earth, that gives life to all animal species. So here is the completed wheel with the 4 elements. Just one of the 4 virtues, temperance, justice, prudence, and fortitude, stands in the middle. Why was temperance chosen to stand in the central part? Because temperance means resolve, determination, and fortitude. In Italian, it also means to make something codified or feasible. And again, from the word comes the verb to temper, as in tempering metals.
temperare I metalli, per esempio. Quello che è interessante è che la temperanza
So temperance is there as a sign of dominance, and we can clearly see the dominant aspect as she's sitting on the four elements of fire, air, water, and
il
earth.
fuoco, l'aria, la terra, anzi l'acqua e la terra.